You ever wake up to something so bizarre you're not even sure you're awake? That was me. One Tuesday, jolted out of bed by the most ungodly honking noise I'd ever heard. Definitely not a car, definitely not geese. Just this shrill, angry screech that seemed like a goose was auditioning for a heavy metal band in a dump truck. I stumbled to my window, still half asleep, and what do I see? Karen's golf cart headlights flashing, like it's trying out for Fast and Furious, HOA drift dead center, in my old barn, like she's staking her claim on my livelihood. And if that wasn't enough, her precious HOA flag was flapping in the breeze, and a terrified raccoon was crashing through a window, trying to escape the chaos. Yeah, that's when I knew I was in for one hell of a day. So there I am in pajamas, standing on my porch staring at Karen, who's planted herself right at my property line with that smug, arms-crossed cartoon villain look. She has the nerve to yell, "You're welcome for the improved aesthetic value." I nearly choked. My barn is my business, my safe place. I'm a carpenter, do custom woodwork, restore old tools on weekends. I bought this property to escape HOA nonsense. But apparently I can't escape Karen. She's decided my barn is the new HOA frontier, and her cart has just rammed a rack of antique shutters. I spent weeks salvaging one of them, snapped clean in half. Let me back up a sec. Just a few days before Karen shows up, uninvited clipboard in hand, grinning like she owns the place, introduces herself as the landscape liaison for the HOA. I tell her as politely as you can, with a weed whacker buzzing in your hand, I'm not in the HOA. My property line is literally a foot outside. She just smiles and says, "Not yet," and hands me a beige flyer about community visual cohesion. Beige everything. You know what I mean. So this little golf cart stunt, it's not random. Karen's waging war. I try the civil route. Take some pictures, tell her she's got 1 hour to move it or I'm calling the sheriff. She just snorts, says it's not trespassing if it's a shared structure, and whips out this crumpled, glittery property map like she's channeling her inner law professor from a parallel universe. According to Karen, because my barn once belonged to someone who paid HOA dues, it's now a community asset. Yeah, that happened. By noon, the cart's still there, and Karen's already emailing the HOA board, claiming I'm detaining her vehicle and damaging the transmission with my neglectful barn climate. No joke. Derek, my neighbor, forwards me the whole chain subject line, Karen going full tilt. The HOA president, Roy, suggests I come to the next meeting and explain myself. I'm not even a member, so now I'm supposed to defend myself for a woman parking her clown car in my barn. That's when rage, not just irritation, kicked in and the plan hatched. You want petty? I'll show you petty, Karen. First, though, let's talk about this barn. Built in 1926, survived 2 tornadoes, a lightning strike. It's got character. I restored it myself. Every beam means something. Karen doesn't care. She's the type who'd standardize mailbox colors and make a PowerPoint about garden gnomes. If I let her get away with this, what next? Her yoga class in my hayloft. I gave her one last chance, drafted a notice, zip-tied it to her steering wheel. Unauthorized vehicle must be removed by 6 p.m. or will be repurposed as agricultural infrastructure. She sees me do it, laughs that villain laugh, and shouts, "What are you going to do? Turn it into a chicken nest?" Well, Karen, if you insist. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. Spent the afternoon drawing up plans, not for a lawsuit, but for the most ridiculous Wi-Fi-enabled, solar-powered chicken coop this town had ever seen built, right inside her precious golf cart. I called my cousin Ray. He owed me after wrecking his dirt bike in my shed last spring. Found a poultry auction 1 town over. Plan was in motion. The next morning I'm at the auction before sunrise, sipping terrible coffee, hunting for chickens that look photogenic but could intimidate a HOA member if necessary. That's where I met Beacons, a Rhode Island red hen with a bandaged foot and more attitude than most people I know. I walked out with 8 hens, a confused rooster, and the start of something glorious. Back at the barn cart, still there. Ray and I cleaned out the tools, rolled the cart into the corner, built a ramp, made nesting boxes from apple crates, filled the glove box with straw, and even took the steering wheel off for extra roosting space. Ray almost fell off the ladder laughing when I added a perch across the front seat. When Karen showed up, sunglasses on Chihuahua trembling in her arms, she just stood there and hissed, You're going to regret this. I smiled. No, ma'am, your property's being enhanced. I wired up motion sensors, set up cameras, and launched a live stream, Karen's Cart Coop Cam. It caught on like wildfire, 20,000 viewers in 3 days, donations rolling in. I bought better feed solar fans, chicken name tags. The hens became local celebs. Benjamin Franklin, Cluck, Norris, Agatha Christie, Yoko Ono, Amelia Earhart, Princess Lear, and Roost Wayne. The rooster, who crowed at 2 a.m. like clockwork. Fans sent in art merch ideas and chicken sunglasses. Beacons wore hers like royalty. Karen was losing her mind patrolling the edge of my property with binoculars screaming about corrupted barn space. One night she tried sneaking in, the sensor triggered, the chickens went ballistic. Beacons launched at her like a feathered missile. Karen tumbled into a mulch pile, all caught on night vision. I added opera music and uploaded it. The comments roasted her, called her chicken whisperer of chaos. My barn turned into a roadside attraction. Food trucks started selling Eggzilla sandwiches. Yeah, that happened. But Karen wasn't done. She tried bringing in her nephew posing as Metro Animal Control to collect illegal poultry. The guy was a disaster, fired a Nerf dart into Karen's shin, nearly got mauled by Roost Wayne. The sheriff, old Dalton, showed up, shook his head, and asked Karen, "You impersonating government again?" I handed him the footage. He gave her a warning and left laughing. Karen doubled down. Floodlights pointed at my barn, trying to fry my hens by proxy. I fought back with salvage yard mirrors, blinded her bedroom instead. Viewers loved sunblock mode, even sent a disco ball and more sunglasses. The HOA board, now unofficial fans of Beacons, couldn't stop giggling about it. I added a drive-through egg window eggs by donation with Karen's face on a flyer. News crews showed up, asked to blur the chickens' faces, dead serious. The saga kept escalating. Karen's last stand. She dumped neon pink paint across my barn, slipped, got mobbed by a hen, caught on camera, uploaded for the world to see. The HOA meeting that week. Standing room only, chicken hats everywhere. Roy announcing, "Yes, we've seen the video. Now can we talk real business?" Karen demanded my barn be condemned. The vote 9-1 herself. Even after everything, Karen sent a fake legal notice claiming grand theft and unauthorized modification of a personal mobility unit. My lawyer laughed so hard he nearly spit coffee. So we threw a community party, eggs, lemonade, chicken plushies. The news showed up. And Karen, true to form, barged in shouting about theft, fraud, and animal abuse right as Beacons jumped out of the cart and chased her across the lawn, all caught live on TV. That was it. The sheriff detained her for trespassing and repeated vandalism. The county declared the golf cart abandoned property, officially mine. I hung that letter right in the barn. Karen's house went up for sale. No mention of chickens, but everyone knew. Now once a month the community visits the hens. Beacon still perches atop her throne, clucking like she owns the world. And you know what? After everything, I think she kinda does. So tell me who was in the right, who crossed the line, and what would you have done if Karen parked her chaos in your barn? Drop your thoughts below, because trust me, this story's not over until the last chicken sings.